Degrees are not going to matter within the next 10 years. Number one, oversaturation. Too much of anything is never a good thing. When so many people have degrees, it drives the value of the degrees down, and that makes degrees less impactful.
You cannot be for real.
There's nothing special. Secondly, people are waking up and realizing that they cost more than they're actually worth.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Time, commitment, student loan debt. Those are all things that can be viewed as disadvantages. You go through all of that only for you to sit at home unemployed. The rest of the world is moving towards skills. What is it that you can do?
Degrees to avoid studying. Number one is BA psychology. Guys, we have enough psychologists and not enough common sense.
No, it's true. It's true.
So please, this one is a no-no. Number two is BA administration and HR. In fact, the whole Bachelor of Arts faculty, guys. We are tired of seeing people's talents. It's time to see thinkers and workers. The country is falling apart. We have enough DJs, enough dancers, enough actresses and actors.
No, it's true. It's true.
I don't understand.
Welcome to another video with Toy Banger, and in today's video we're gonna be looking at South Africans reacting to the value of degrees. You know how we've been told that education will make your life easier. Getting a higher education means success. Well, in today's world, we are waking up into a world where even having the highest of honors in education, you are not destined to succeed. Your skills matter more than the education you have, where companies now exploit cheap labor, actual physical skills. So most physical degrees don't matter. Now South Africans are waking up to this reality, and it's a reality that it's faced all over the world. Now skills matter more than education. Who thought we would get to this point? Because at some point education was everything. Now you find that even people who don't even have whose their last education level was matric are now head of companies, and their employees have degrees in science, and this person last education, the highest education they got was matric.
Yeah, boy.
You know, tell me your thoughts. Let's just jump into the video. I'm Toy Banger. Let's just do this.
People always be like, a degree is just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, how come you don't have it? It's not just a piece of paper, because you need to work hard. You need to make sacrifices. Sometimes you go through so much and even affect your mental health. So it's not just a piece of paper, honey.
Yeah, she looks like she has a degree, even when the way she speaks.
And you think you're set, think again. In South Africa, more than 70% of graduates struggle to find work in their first year.
You cannot be for real.
And another conversation we need to have is how the rules keep changing to suit the people who are in power. In our parents' time, having a degree was enough to get you out the hood. You could get a good job, get amass wealth, take your kids to private school. Like, you could live soft with a degree. But tell me, when it's our time, all of a sudden, hey, a degree is not enough. It's all about who you know, the skills that you have, the experience. Like, the rules keep changing. The goalpost keeps being shifted. We are getting degrees, and degrees are no longer the answer. They are no longer the key to success. Like, make it make sense.
Sometimes
that's true what my man is saying here. These days, your degree, you know, you can have the highest of highest educations, like I've been saying, but without the real connections, without the real, experience, you are not gonna go anywhere. We have a lot of people who went to Mali University, for many years. They got their degrees, they got their high certificate, they got everything. They're all set. But they're at home, they can't even get out of the hood. They graduated, they are all set, but can't make it out the hood. Then you find the one who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone working a job that required a person with a degree, a person who actually studied for years and years for this particular position. But thing is, most companies rather go for that person with actual, skills like in the real world, actual communication, actual experience than go for the one who came from, freshly off the grill of studying, fresh off the board. They don't care for that because now they're going to have to train you. They're going to cost them money and time. They're like, nah, we'll go for this highly recommended guy. And education level, metric guy is fine. He knows. He knows because he worked. That's one man who works with one man who's in the company. So he's highly recommended. So that rather cut costs and take this guy because as soon as they say this guy already knows. He has that physical experience.
I feel like I got my degree for vibes. It's almost as if I got it to just prove a point. Because tell me why I spent 15 plus years of my life attending some sort of educational institution. Primary school, kindergarten, preschool. I went through everything. Eventually got to the end. Graduated. Of course, we were warned at university. I will not lie to you, students. Sometimes it is not enough to only have a degree. What the heck are you talking about? But I still functioned with that hope, that glimmer of hope. To say, no, man, I'm going to shut up the naysayers, get a degree, get a good job, and I'm going to achieve my dreams. Because when I attended school, that was the only thing that just kept me going throughout my schooling life. The only thing that kept me going was the fact that I was telling myself that at the end of all of this, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be okay because I have a degree now and blah, 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 and all these things. Where?
A nightmare. Literally a nightmare.
Where?
That's the case with a lot of people.
It's so frustrating.
South Africans who studied humanities or Bachelor of Science in university, we've had several conversations about how those are academic degrees, not really professional degrees, how hard it is to get a job after you've studied them. But if you have studied those, if you studied the humanities or you studied Bachelor of Science and you are working now, please tell us, either stitch or comment in this video, what are you working as? How did you get the job? Like, what was your strategy or your pathway to success? I'll start. So I did a Bachelor of Social Science, and the way that I got through to where I am now, because I'm working in admin, but like I'm working in like events and logistics type of space. I was able to get that job because of the work experience, quote unquote, that I had from different organizations that I volunteered with while I was studying. So I was a speakers coordinator for TEDxUCT. I did like admin secretarial duties for like the church society. I was a teaching assistant and a tutor also, so that gave me like admin type of experience. And then I was the director/chairman for a organization in which we volunteered and gave students like education, etc. So all of that experience combined, like in organizing events for different societies and stuff like that, like I was able to use all of that experience as well as my undergraduate degree to get the job that I have now. And I'm climbing the ladder, going to different posts and positions. So in essence, my leverage or ladder to success included, doing different volunteer work and like work with other societies and stuff. And leveraging that experience when applying for a job. Because the job I applied for didn't necessarily ask for like a Bachelor of Social Science, but I was able to use the experience that I had while studying to get the job. But what about you? What did you study and what are you working in? How did you get there? Let's help the young kids out.
The current job she's doing doesn't have anything to do with a degree. It's due to experience, like I've been saying. It's due to the experience that she possesses. While she was studying for the degree. So it doesn't even matter what she has, what she studied for. The job currently she's working doesn't have anything to do with that. That's why I'm saying that experience matters. What you've been through physically without actually, not intellectually what you learned or what you read in a book, but the real experience with how a lot of companies actually say, yeah, we are taking you, we are considering you. That's why I said they even go for foreigners, because if they're looking for electricians and you did electrical engineering, whatnot, and you graduated and you understand, you are top. He was an electrician in Nigeria. He's just gonna say, I wired this flat. Who are they gonna go for? The one who has experience in the actual field, or the one who studied but needs training, observation? Obvious, they're gonna go for the one with experience, because experience matters. How you gonna hold yourself? So they don't wanna waste time. So I feel like it's a thing where companies are cutting costs, and now they want ways of making more money without actually having to pay their workers. So like the hand is saying, what she's doing now doesn't have anything, although some of it might be related to what she studied. Most of it is because of the experience she gathered. So that's really having a degree matter. And in the next years, how is it gonna look? Because it's all going shakukuku. Hey. Like, it's crazy how we got to this point as humans, where now even like these goalposts are changing. Now they were here, now the goals are there, now they're there, now they are here. Like, we are all over the place.
Sanbonani, when I came across someone who was under the misinformed impression that there was no value in going to school to get a computer science degree because AI can now code, as if that's all being a software engineer is, coding. I don't blame this person, because there are way too many opinions that are loud and wrong that have the platform and the reach to spread and peddle this nonsense that AI is coming to take software engineering jobs. It couldn't be further from the truth. Can AI code? Yes. Can it code well? Subjective. Is that all being a software engineer is? Coding? No. In order for a software solution to make its way into production, as in your hands right now, like what you're watching me on right now, there are significant contributions that come from various people with various skill sets, some within the software engineering field, others within data science, others in networking, solutioning, product management.
I mean, when you talk about tech, it's a different story. Living in an age where technology is technology, we there. So in this field, you are destined, obvious, to get a lot of opportunities when it comes to that. But the other aspects, other fields share. This field, you can maneuver around it, because in an age of technology, we do need a lot of, IT people all over. So this one is, I feel like for me, even in the next coming years, as much as they can say computer, what AI, we're still gonna need people, because even AI had people behind it. In order for it, that's why it needs to keep on learning from people. So it's still gonna, there's no way you can replace a human when it comes to computer science and technology and all that. What do you guys think? Me personally, I think it's like a 50-50 thing, because at the end of the day, we still need people who are qualified, who knows the right ways, who knows the actual right ways. Yes, some study or fields can be occupied or oversaturated, but in some aspects, we still gonna need people to educate themselves. We need people to actually go to school. So I wouldn't suggest people just leaving. If you know that you're a book person, please do that. If you know that studying is for you and you wanna see yourself with all the degrees, all the certificates you want in the world, please do that. It's for you, and you're doing it for you. So at the end of the day, we all live nicely and happy. But until the next video, guys, it's your boy Chloe Banger, and until we meet again next time, keep it locked in.
Toxic family members suffer from entitlement issues. They think that they are entitled to mistreating you simply because you are related to them. But the reality of the situation is that no one on this planet is entitled to mistreating you. Not your mother, not your father, not your husband, not your wife, not even your children. When it comes to toxic family members, set your boundaries. And when your boundaries are being disrespected, that's when you set the highest boundary. Welcome to another episode with your broski Chloe Banger.
this clip right here, in this video right here, we're gonna be covering entitled Family Members, Toxic Dynamics in the Family, where you feel mistreated and everyone sees you as a source or a solution to their problem. We all have this in our families. We all have this, we all have experienced this. So in this topic, we're gonna be looking at how people feel about this whole thing. It's a very serious topic, it's a very serious topic. So make sure you engage, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's just jump into the video. Tango.
No contact. It will shock and confuse them because they think that they are family, so they can get away with any form of disrespect towards you. They say blood is thicker than water, but love is thicker than blood. So the family that you come from, they're only called the family of origin. If they're not treating you with love and respect, then you dismiss them.
Guys, kunento ebalulekile kumele ukuthi sizifundise yona, and lento kumele ukuthi siyifunde kusase early ngoba izosilimaza. I-entitlement esinayo, you need to teach yourself ukuthi no one owes you anything. No one owes you anything. Ngisho guys kungathiwa unosisi onemali, you understand, akakweleti nix loyo muntu loyo. So you should never be entitled ukuthi yeah unemali but akangisizi ngalutho. No, wonke umuntu uphiwe impilo, nawe kumele ukuthi nawe uzitabalazele as umuntu la emhlabeni. Against you're not disabled, you are able to do everything for yourself. Nawe kumele ukuthi uziphushele nawe. You get it? Akekho umuntu like okunto okukolota ithina sinayo le entitlement leyo ukuthi yazi uma ungabona umuntu ana something uba nalento leyo ukuthi sengathi angakuhlapulela kulento yakhe, and we going as far as we used to do it kuma family most of the time. Manje sesiyenza even to people we don't know, even to strangers on social media. Nina aninqeni nje ukusendela umuntu message nimcele. Nihlezi ngicela imali, ngicela ungibhede. You know, like
what she's saying, I can actually agree with her. You know, she's speaking from a point of, if you didn't understand what she's saying, as she's saying, basically everyone these days has the audacity to actually ask even strangers for things. You know, it used to happen in our families where family members would ask, you know, for solids. Nowadays, you see all these TikTok beggars also. You know, everyone, especially if you're not disabled, like you can do so much. You know, you can do so much for the fact that you can actually feel entitled to for someone to actually give you what they worked for. If they don't give you, then they're evil. If they don't give you, then they're, you know, they are rude. If they don't give you, they you know, they're spiteful people. I don't understand the level of entitlement we have these days. Personally, it's not even in the families, but nowadays even on social media. I've set up my Pay app or Pay Shop, whatever, Cash app. Please send me. And especially in the US, I see some of the South African celebrities. It's catching on even in South Africa now. People asking strangers for money. Like, bro, you work, bro. I don't even have that much to give. You live the best life. You living in Sandton. You living, you know, in a place in Midrand. And you're expecting me as your viewer, as the person who wants to support you so you can grow, to give you money. I just don't understand what the world has gone to. But this is the times we live in where people are so entitled to just getting free stuff. It's crazy. It's so mind-blowing, actually.
Profile, yeah, I'm like lo mama mdala, like she's old, but like inbox ungicela ukuthi uthi ufuna ukuyofunda, ucela ukuthi ngimbhadalele leyo course. Njani no you know. So people even go on social media by inbox abantu ngicela imali anginasinkwa angina ini. You know, it is this entitlement iqale kuma family wethu, izinto ebesizenza kuma family wethu. Cousin yakho mawungayibona ngathi isebenza kahle nyana, sekumele ukuthi inikuke nonke inbekelana, iyanikweleta manje.
umuntu agcina yeke umsebenzi abona ukuthi ngizophela ngcono nami ngihlale ngingasebenzi ngifane nani nonke. Asiyekeni this entitlement esinayo. Let people help you because they want to help you. But ungabi nalento ngathi manje banecala. If someone aba successful sekenze icala because uqala akukolode. Hayi guys, this is wrong.
Another irony of life. As you're hustling so hard, there is a relative somewhere who is busy making babies, hoping that you will take care of them. And this is exactly how society is like. People just don't want to be responsible with their own activities. And then they fool you to get into theirs. When someone is making babies and, creating generations, you should be knowing that, hey, you know what? This is me to take care of my burdens. It is me to take care of my things. But you see people in the cities, the reason why they are so much depressed and why you feel you're living unfulfilled life is because of one thing. You accepted everything. People just come with their baggage. They tell you, please, can you squeeze for me? Can you do this for me? I'm not saying that you cannot help people, but ask yourself, these are results of poor choices. And these poor choices, they want to bring them to me so that they can make my life be unfulfilled. My friend, it is about time you started questioning every activity and every person who comes with different requests to you. And don't just be a yes person. Oh yes, please, you can bring them in. Please, you can, everybody from the village, please bring them in. Oh, it's okay, I'll take care. It's okay, I'll pay their school fees.
Do you know those people that actually accept everything that people ask from them? I usually wonder, like, how do you do it? There are some people that are so compassionate, it will actually scare you. And you start questioning yourself. But you also try to understand, like, how are you doing this? Like, we have so much going on, so much issues going on. Just living as a person alone, it's demanding, right? Now you have to give others, and who's helping you is the question. Like, who's helping you? So if someone goes out and makes babies, and they expect you to take care of the baby, I just don't understand. First things first, why aren't you more careful with what you do in your free time? Going back to the topic of poor people who have so many kids, it goes back to that, dude. Why would the people who have most kids are the most poor people? Like, you look at even these shows where someone has 12 kids. They have 12 kids and they're living somewhere in their shack in the village. Like, the most craziest thing ever. 16 kids. Like, I saw, like, there are videos, if you go on the internet, you check them out, and you see the state they live in. They don't live in a mansion somewhere there, in a nice town, in a nice city. No. So you wonder, if you keep making babies, like, and you expect me to take care and provide for those babies, but why don't you control yourself? Why don't you control yourself? So those people who always give, they always shock me, because everyone has the mind to make right decisions. So when you go around making all these bad decisions and expect us to carry you, but who's carrying us behind that? Who's carrying us?
And then now people start being depressed. I've spoken to so many ladies in the Gulf, and one of the major problems they tell me is that I don't seem to know where my money is going, yet I'm working so hard. I'm paying my sister's whatever, cousins, school fees, and this and this and this, and I have so many people behind my back. And just like another, I don't know, he's a footballer. I don't know, he's a footballer or is who. I read some story online, and he was saying that the moment his family members understood what he was earning, they all resigned and now relaxed to eat the money. My friend, be wise as a serpent and calm as a dove. all right? Don't just carry any burdens from any person if you want to live a fulfilled life, because self-awareness is knowing who you are, and self-awareness is understanding who you should stay away from, not in a matter of hating them, but just putting on your boundaries, because the moment they know how much you earn, the problems are going to start. Let me tell you, if you want peace in this world, never tell people back at home how much you earn. That's the genesis of your troubles. That's the genesis of enmities in families. Just be very keen on telling people, hey guys, I have this and I have this and I have this. Then you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble.
Well put, well put. This video is going on for long, but he said it exact. You know, the moment people know how much you earn, you know, it's the moment. Imagine you tell people how much you make as a football player and they resigned. I once saw, I think, a clip on was it? I think it was on Instagram, and this guy is like a fighter. He's like a fighter, mixed martial arts or something, and he's from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. And he said he cut everyone off. He's not talking to anyone because the moment they knew how much he made, and he didn't even share the information came out. You know, when you're high profile, your information is gonna come out at some point. You know, in interviews, in videos. How much does Mama make? You've seen those clips on the internet. So this guy was strictly saying, you know, as soon as they found out how much he makes, and they wanted some of it. Some of them, like he said, like they literally would quit their jobs because they know that you're working. Because he said something like his sister or something. I should bring it up when I cover this topic again. I should bring up that video and so that's that mindset of, you know, we have an easy way out, bruh. I go through a lot. So if you want a fulfilled life, hide what you're doing. How much you're making, you know, stop showing off. I understand we live in times where people, you know, respect you on the material you possess, but if it's forced respect, for me is not respect. The moment you respect me because I drive a Mercedes-Benz, but you didn't respect me when I used to walk, I don't take that respect. But the moment you show me respect, no matter my situation, I'm even gonna remember, bruh, this kid remembered me, or this hand remembered me, you know, this relative I remember that this relative, you know, would show me love, would show me so much respect any time of the year, you know, that reach out, that call. But these days it's not like that. The moment you get the money is the moment you start realizing that, okay, people are respecting you now because of what you earn, which is sad, guys, which is so sad.
You know how you know that family's only been using you, actually misusing you to their advantage? Let me tell you this. So, family members, all of them, especially the closed ones, they will have your numbers, your digits. So what they would always do whenever they are in a panari or something, or they want something from you, they would know your number. Yes, they would so miraculously find your name in their contact list. They will even go to the extent of not just sending you a WhatsApp, they will miscall you without using their own data for you to answer. They will miscall you because they know you will call back. You will return the call. Yes, they know. They will send a personalized please call me, say, please call me.
As I just said it, like, as soon as the money comes in or they realize that, okay, you are getting the buck, that's when they remember you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when they realize, oh, he gets money now. No, bro, I have a cousin, you know. Oh, now he goes by the name Toy Bang. The channel is blowing. He's making money. I saw he lives whatever. Man, I should call him. He's my favorite cousin. Where were you? Where were you, bro, when I was struggling? Where were you when I started with only 250 subscribers and I was stuck there? I pushed on. Now that I'm your favorite YouTuber, cousin. I'm your favorite YouTuber cousin. Like it's said. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, so we can grow the channel. I appreciate that so much. As I was saying, it's sad. It's a sad world we live in, that people value material over actual genuine love for each other. One time. And it's saddening to receive a call whenever someone needs something from you. And that's painful, Joe. You find yourself waking up some days you wanna give up. There's no one there to check on you. There's no one there to holler, just to keep you going, But at the moment, when they need something, now they remember who you are. They remember your relevance in their life. Sad stuff.
There's nothing that annoys me more than relatives that are doing well than other relatives. But the moment they see something beautiful on someone who's doing less, they ask for it. So you find these city people going to the villages, for an example, and they find a cousin there, and the cousin has a nice dress, or your cousin has a steam pot, or whatever the case might be, and she goes, "Can I have it? Can't pay on." Like, why, Nomsa? Why? You have all the resources, you have all the means to get what she has. Why must you take her last best thing? It could have been the best thing in her wardrobe. Why do you want to take that away from her? Why? I feel like that is very selfish. You have more than this person, but you're forever asking. I hate people who do that. Like, why?
I just got accused of being rude. And that's the thing with entitled people. When they don't get their way with you, they resort to painting you in a paintbrush that either projects or makes you feel some sort of shame for having a boundary of some sort. This is no shame to the homeless man I'm about to talk about, but it brought to my attention the levels at which entitled people all act the same way. So I was running errands for my cousin who's in KZN, and okay, cool, I parked the car, and this homeless man comes with his cup, looks at me, dead in the eye. So I'm like, sorry bro, I don't have. So every month I keep money aside for giving, right? And the only money I had in the car was 2 rand. I don't like giving 2 rand. It's like it has to be imali esile where they can get at least a proper meal, So he just continues standing there. And I keep saying, bro, I don't have, I'm sorry. Okay, eventually now I have to get out the car because this guy's he's just standing there staring at me. He's not saying a word. Okay, eventually I get out the car and okay, the money that's in here is only 2 rand. I don't have more, and please don't feel like I'm disrespecting you by giving you this, but it's all I have in cash right now. And he says to me, no, I want 10 rand. So I say, but I don't have 10 rand. I've got 2 rand. So I give it to him, and then he just scoffs and walks past. And then I say to him, you're very welcome, sir. And then he turns around and he says, you're rude, you're rude. How? Was I rude?
Now, my sister here is a very kind person, because if I found myself in that type of situation, I'd actually just drive away. I'd say, I don't have the money, bro. Hide it next time. Sometimes I just say that. I just say next time. I just open the window next time. I leave them with the next time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, I don't have it. If I have it, I'll give it, If I have it, I'll give it. She's a kind person. She even got out of her car. Me, I just drive off, bro. I just drive off. I don't it's not that I'm being rude. I don't have it. If I had it, I'll give it, bro. I'm the type of guy to keep money in a 2-liter bottle just to give it, just to give it away. If I have coins, because I do e-hailing, if I have coins, if I have money lying around, I'll put it safe and I'll just give it. I'll pour it into a cup. There's like a center, like a holder, and there in the cup is like after the cup holders, there's like this whole, I don't understand if it's a back cup holder. I don't understand what the purpose of the thing is. So I keep money in there. I keep change for my 5 rand, then there I'd keep the 10 rands in my sun visor, and I'll just give it away. That's the money I give away. But if I don't have it, bro, amalanga agafani. I don't have it. So Lord bless her soul. Lord bless her soul. And if you wanna see me give more, homeless people money and save, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like. Let's grow the channel. And if you enjoy my content, please share it with your friends, share this topic, leave a comment, let's just talk. Until the next video, ololo.
I think the most debilitating part about the dating scene right now is that there is a general lack of mutual respect and just common decency. You could literally be talking to someone today, and then in the next couple of days, you see them start acting inconsistently, and you see them putting in little to no effort as opposed to how they were in the beginning when they were still trying to pursue you. And you already know it's shy. And then in the next couple of days or so, you see them soft launching their relationship without actually having a conversation with you to say, hey man, actually this is not working out for me and I found someone else. Or just the decency to say in the beginning that, hey man, actually I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to a couple of other people, and on top of that, I'm just trying to weigh my options so that you could also lower your expectations. Like, it's really that simple. And this is not to say that, they owe you anything, because they generally don't owe you anything. However, just mutual respect and decency. It's really that simple. The bar is literally on the floor because our generation always uses, we don't owe anyone anything as a scapegoat. And honestly, Sizawuthini, especially as heterosexual women like Sizawuthini, because the bar is literally on the floor.
My fellow South African women, am I the only one who has been absolutely...
Whoa, right there. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Toy Bang, and I'm back with another video revisiting the Africa's dating pool situation. I don't know if I've covered this topic. Yeah, I think I've covered this topic. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, South Africa's dating pool. Women are climbing out again to complain. Hey, but nah. Okay, so recently over the years, dating scene has been seeing a decline in market shares where, there's a lot of bickering, there's a lot of misunderstanding from both sides where men say women don't care about us, they just want us to pass time, and women say men should put in extra effort, we know what we want, and men coming back again to say, but we put in all this effort for you to leave us at some point. There's no loyalty in the game, eh? And then women coming back to say, no, just because we are trying out something doesn't mean I have to focus on you. I have to keep my options open. And then coming back to say, oh, but that's a form of, there's a lot going on. Brothers and sisters, I know that I don't have the best advice, when it comes to dating and all that, The problem is that, the problem is that I feel like communication is the real issue in all of this, because at the end of the day, people would say, I'm gonna half clutch this guy because this guy is coming in too hard or love bombing me. I don't even wanna jump into that like that. And then when the guy notices the signal and the guy decides to half clutch you, you are like, oh no, he doesn't care anymore. But I've set the bar too low and he's not even making the next move. See, and now I feel like a lot of guys are afraid to even try to jump to the next level or the next stage of the relationship solely based on how you talk to them. Even women, I feel like the way you approach them as a gent, you gotta be straightforward, clear with your intentions, and the communication should be on fleek, because at the end of the day, y'all wanna try something new, so you don't know each other, you're still trying to figure out each other out. So clear communication, I feel like, will help and will save you from a lot. So let's just watch this video. It's your boy Chloe Banger. Nice, man. Let's just watch this video. Let's just hear what the ladies have to say about this situation, because it's something else.
Traumatized from dating in Mzansi. Johannesburg men have absolutely depleted my data bundles when it comes to dating. Mjolo is just not for me, and that's the conclusion that I'm sticking to.
Something that I've noticed about when a black South African lady decides to date outside of South Africa, the response is either one of two things. It's either number one, if she's dating a black man from another African country, you guys will say the most horrendous things to her. You guys will call her all the names under the sun that you can think of. And it's just so sad. But then the minute that lady goes and dates somebody outside of the African continent, you guys will start praising her as if that's an achievement in her life, as if that's the most beautiful thing that she could ever do is date somebody outside of the African continent. And it doesn't even have to be from, the popular countries like the USA or freaking...
First things first, I'm gonna say something like the people who praise women for dating, or the people who bash women for going out there. Now, first things first, the people who praise you for dating outside are other women, not men. Most cases, those are other women praising you, lady. Don't say you're gonna know. Other women will praise you for dating, outside, and other women will also bash you for dating outside in Africa. With the moment you leave South Africa, women will come after you, and even men will not praise you for dating outside, will not praise you for dating Africa upwards. Like, don't come here with the foot nonsense. Like, get it clear. Women will praise you for dating, out there, outside of the African continent. Then women will also bash or, praise you for dating inside the African continent. So it don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta be clear with what you say.
France, or whatever the case may be. As long as that person is not African, you guys are okay with it. But the minute it's somebody from another African country, it's an issue.
How long have you been single?
I'm actually not single.
So what are you doing here?
I'm looking for a side chick.
At least bro was honest. The honesty. Honesty. And one thing I noticed that these days, there are women who don't mind being the side chick, and they would say it straight and blindly, like, I know I'm a side chick, but I love this guy. So they know that they don't get to play the responsible girlfriend, so they are afraid of the responsibility, of which I usually don't understand why women always act up, being shocked when you ask them to be a side chick direct. But the moment you start dating them, and after a while you're like, now I've been in a relationship. Let me tell you one thing. The moment how you can get away with having someone be your side chick and they don't have a problem. It's either you provide money or you take care of them. They don't care who you date. And this is for men. Women don't care. As long as she's getting money, she's getting the love. She doesn't mind being a side chick, but you're broke as if you want to make her a side chick and you're broke. Shame. Shame, bruh.
Did you hear that? This guy's mad! You are mad! You need prayers! Look at the you need help!
How you arrive on a blind date and say, I'm actually in a relationship?
But he is brave.
My partner.
He is brave.
Hence I say that it should not be about money. It should be about growing together. So for me, the issue is that these young kids who are not even earning money, you're in varsity, you haven't even gotten a job. And when they ask you about what type of boyfriend you want or what partner you want a guy that's already living in Sandton and what, that guy is not in your pool.
Not in your lane.
You need to build each other. So what's actually happening is that the young boys that are also in varsity, I can't imagine what's going on with them. I can't speak for them, but for them it's like, how are they supposed to compete and grow?
Personally, I don't sympathize.
I like that video because what she's saying is that, women will always want the guy who's achieved, who's set. No. And it's not all women, but some women will actually look for someone who's set, someone who's nah. Of which case, yes, I understand you want stability, you want that. But remember, through relationships, we build each other from nothing to something. right? From nothing to something. But most relationships or most women today, if a guy approaches them, the first question is, how much do you make a month? If the answer is, I'm still studying or I'm currently unemployed, but I'd love to actually try something with you, she'd be like, you're wasting her time. Not all women are like that, but it happens, right? So a lot of things happen in this way. You find someone who's established, but someone who's established and was rejected the same way you're rejecting this guy. You'd find good now the guy is established, he understands that what he has leverage. That means this guy understands that, you know, he has options now. You are no longer the one. And he can get anyone, and you want that guy to be loyal to you. The problem is starts there. If you want someone, you build with them, and they'll understand from the get-go that you've been with them, and it doesn't matter if you end up breaking up someday, but the fact that, you know, you were there for that person and you were there for each other shows that, you know, at the end of it, you cared about each other. It wasn't about the money. So the moment you look for someone who's outside of your dating pool, Zokala, you will cry. You will cry. Sad.
As with anyone who's had their heart broken because they dated someone in Midrand. We told you, what are you doing in Midrand? Midrand is for hailstorm. If you're not a hailstorm, you will be hailed on.
I'm not gonna say much about the Midrand part, the area, but yeah, there's a lot of hoeing going on, you know, Hatfield, Midrand, you know, Stankuve, Mawupani, it's a thing, you know, it's a thing. Like, there's, for me, it's not about the area, it's about the people in the area. You know, it's about the person in the area. It's not even about the place, bro. The place is just the place, it's just the location, it's just an area, that's it. The people, the mindset there, the type of people who live there, the type of people who tell each other, how could you date someone if all this nyasha out here is running loose? And I mean that with all my might. It's running loose. Hear me, it's running loose. And you wanna date someone. You are there, bruh, and the nyash is nyashing everywhere. Like I said, you are in Midrand, you are a gent, you are a hard, you are in Midrand there. And everything is heading down, the nyash is running loose. Of course, the loyalty is gonna be hard, but it's about the people, because you'd find that after all these people, you know, there are some decent people there. There's some decent people who just you're just looking for a stable relationship, nothing much, nothing less to it. But the people around that person, you know, that could play a really, really, really disadvantage, especially if, you know, you're trying to set up yourself with someone. If you're a lady, you're looking for a gent there, and things happen. Things happen. But again, it's not about the place, it's about the people in the place. Don't get that fucked up. Don't get that mixed up.
yazi amanye ama-relationship ubekezela nje isaqala ngqa whether uyagula noma kushoniwe kubo noma uphelelwe umsebenzi noma yena akatholakala efonini usehlezi ebhizi uyagroova iqala nje nqa sekumele u-understand khona lapho sekunama-favor angapheli iqala nje sekumele u-understand siney'nkinga nje iqala nqa.
You know what? I just saw Gogo's advice to Uletu, telling her that, oh, she should stay in a relationship, all men cheat. That advice is so weak. And Gogo ungaphinde yezo. This is the 21st century. That advice, yes, maybe in the 1900s, yes. But I'm also watching it now. Umjolo, the gone kill, and I'm realizing that, you know what, sometimes when these men cheat on you, it does not necessarily mean they've stopped loving you. He will cheat on you and he will still love you. The problem is that the love is not enough for him to respect you. Exactly my point. So now the thing is, do you want a man who will love you but not respect you, or a man who will love you and also respect you? Yes. A man must love and respect you. Now, what I'm realizing with Ulak is that he really loves Uletu, but the problem is that the respect is not enough. Shame.
It actually works in men's favor for you as a young woman to believe that rotational dating makes you a promiscuous person. because I think just men today in general can't handle healthy competition. You know what I mean? First of all, rotational dating doesn't mean that you sleep with everyone that you date. Unless you want to. I mean, it's a free country. Your body, your rules. But the essence of rotational dating is you should be getting to know multiple people at the same time. You should be taken out on dates by multiple people at the same time. Get to know people so that you make your decision, you make an informed decision on who you should be with. And I think the culture now, when we were growing up, was, oh, a guy asks you out, uyakshela, and then 3 days later, ipi answer yami. There was so much pressure to give these people an answer. And if you don't give him an answer and you do like him, then he's probably going to move on with somebody else or date somebody else or whatever the case may be. But when you really think about it and you really look into history, rotational dating is nothing new. Back in the days, our ancestors used to rotational date. They would meet at the river. The ladies would meet the gents at the river. And then the gentlemen would plead their cases. And a woman would have many suitors, which is why she took so long to make a decision. And you'd hear stories from our grandparents where they're like, umuntu wesilisa would ask you out for 2 years. And they just had to be patient because they knew that there were other people who were also asking you out. And so you were given time to make that decision. But now when you as a woman decide that I'm going to rotational dates, I'm seeing people, it almost puts a label on you that, oh, she's promiscuous, uthanda abafana, etc., etc. And that honestly should not be the case. But because we are dealing with a lot, and not all men, but a lot of men with fragile egos, this is the narrative that is being pushed, which is completely unfair because it almost forces you.
I'm stopping this video right here to address this lady. First things first, this lady is very single. Number two, whoever man she's gonna date or she's gonna see is probably gonna cheat on her ass. That's number two. Number three, she's spreading bullshit. Because I believe that when you are dating, you are scouty. It's like this. When you are dating, you're scouty. Let me say this. Let me say you send out your CVs. You are scouting. You get a job at ShopRite. Then they call you in, or there's a factory, or there's a business that wants your skills. You go into that business. And then after getting employed, you have to keep scout. You say you're gonna keep scouting. Okay. It's a good thing. You are spreading out, you are venturing. Chances of you progressing in each and every business or foundation that you laid, chances of you seeing progression are less than you sticking into one corporate, or especially if you know that here I wanna be here, and you know that here I wanna stick around. Not that you don't have option, everyone has options. So rotational dating, it's like this. It's not even the men who are fighting it, but it's the women. For instance, if I would date a woman today and I tell her, oh yo, I'm going on a date with someone, she's gonna be like, cool, I'm gonna go date another person. And I found that I like this person and now I don't even have time for you. See what, like I said, this lady is single as fuck. This hand, specifically her. She's beautiful, she's all that, but she looks single as fuck. And she'll never even find, as long as she spreads messages like this, she will never find anyone who'll stick around because they understand this is a person who believes in rotational. It's not even about an ego thing. It's about making a decision and sticking to it. See, if you want to give someone a chance, give them a chance. Don't go around dating around then. Because yes, it's not even called an ego thing. It's about actually you being unloyal. Because if you are going on another date and you are with me, we are in a relationship, it means that you still want to venture. So why should I waste my time with you instead of me going out there and actually seeing what's out there for me? I don't know if you understand. And why are we wasting each other's time? I just do want Caroline. So women like her, she might be serious, she might have all the facts, but trust me, women like her, she deserves to be cheated on 10 times over because she's not spreading a good message. She's not spreading a nga message because that means she's saying that people should just go on dates for kicks. And remember, we go on dates to actually wow and win over someone. Then that's called wasting your time. So you went on this date. She's a female. She goes out on this date. Imagine all the men who wasted their time. So if I don't understand where she's coming from with this and where is she getting all this information from, but whatever she's spreading is just bullshit, and I'm pretty sure it's not working out for her. I'm positively sure it's not working out for her because not even a female is gonna be cool when a man says, "Yo, I'm going out on a date on Saturday. You and I are dating. I love you, but I'm going out on a date Saturday. It's cool, right? What should I wear?" And she said, "Nah, I just wanna hear her voice. I just wanna hear her out, hear her mind a bit. I don't like her, but I'm going out on a date. Gonna have a good time." Like, what type of fucked up shit is
To
that?
date
bro?
the first guy who asked you out when you don't even know if this person is worthy of your time. God forbid you date this person for years and they're not really the kind of guy that you should be with. How will you know if you don't explore your options? And as women, we tend to become so attached to the people that we date. You see the same guy often enough, your feelings are bound to grow. Next thing, you're having feelings for a loser. Like, I don't get it. And that's why I 100% believe in rotational dating, and history backs me up. And it's not an American concept. It's definitely African.
Let me give you a
She's like I said, she's like I can bet money on it that she's 100% single and most of her relationships don't work out. Guys will hit that and move along. She's one of those women who she's beautiful, she's clean, she's all that, but niggas just hit that and move along. I guess she believes in the rotation. But guys, man, go on. I don't have anything against that. Man. I don't have anything against that. Man. But it's a dangerous message to spread. Because when a guy approaches you and wants to take you out on a date, excuse me, he doesn't want to waste your time. What I'm saying is that give a person a chance. You talk to a person, right? You hear them out, right? If they're not for you, you cut it off, move on to the next person. That's me. That's what I believe in. Cut it off, move to the next person. Don't say I'm gonna see him and 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 I'm gonna see him. It's like the same as a gent says, I wanna see you, but I wanna check there and I wanna check there and I wanna check there. Next thing you know, you are here, you are established, you are now, everything is moving, your life is set, and you have no one. No one. Zero. 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 So her message is very, very, very dangerous. And most probably, I believe she's very, very, very single. She's had niggas come into her life, wreck her, and just move it along. Because at the end of the day, I can't be saying I wanna take you serious. We don't know. Because remember, we have to take time seeing each other so that we can see if we can take each other serious. So the moment I start going out on a date with you and I have someone calling you, in the first few months, yes, in the first 3 months, you can speak to other guys, you can do that. But the moment we say now we are in a relationship, it's not necessary for you to go out because we said we are in a relationship. Then what are you looking for? So why did we say we are in a relationship? So let's just smash. Let's just fuck around and just move it along because we don't have to call it a relationship because we are in a rotational date. And she says history backs her up. That's bullshit. That's utter bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you look at people who come back, abo gogo bethu, they always say the same shit. I remember even an American lady, I think she was granddaughter was talking to her grandma, and her grandma strictly said, it's not men that have gone bad, it's the women thinking that you have a roster. You know that the roster thing, the women they always say that they have a roster. They expect you to do all these things, yet she says, I'm gonna see other men, you should show me. It's a competition. So if it's a competition like that, then it's not even about us being afraid of a challenge. It's about you knowing what you invest in. What you invest in matters a lot, especially I'm talking to a lot of gents, like if you are watching this, what do you invest in, bro? So after all this effort, only to find out you don't want me. So what was that all about? Okay, should I take it as an L and say, I'll try again? No, I won't try again. Because I'm wasting my time. Y'all are on rotation again. Y'all are on rotation. Because the moment you say, okay, sharp, I don't want to date you serious, because me, I'm still exploring my options. Then okay, sharp. But the moment you start saying, I want to date you, but I want to be in a relationship with you, but I still want to date other guys, then why am I wasting my time with you? So it's not even an ego thing. Why am I wasting my time? I'm wasting my time. Because you are like you, it's like you. Why are you letting other people in our circle? Now it's no longer between us. It's a circle. It's not even a triangle. It's a circle because you are rotating. When you are for everyone, you make everyone laugh. You make everyone feel love. No, it's about a lawyer. That lady has to question her life. I'm surprised she looks that pretty and she's saying all this bullshit because she can say history backs it up, but it doesn't work like that, though. It doesn't work like that. It's not even an African thing. It's an African whole thing, that one. It's an African whole thing because at the end of the day, you find yourself having no man take you serious because you are on a rotation, man. And the fact that you can't be open up enough about it to say, me, I'm dating Adam, it shows the level of danger that thing is. Because the moment you get into a relationship, if you say that, let's see how many relationships are gonna last. That's why you have to hide those other men, because something inside of you is gonna tell you what you're doing is wrong. Yeah, I wanna lose half a sec.
Free plug, ladies. There's nothing special about you. When njengoba uyi-current girlfriend, there's nothing special about you. Njengoba uyi-current baby mama, there's nothing special about you. When you celebrate ukuthi your boyfriend is supporting your kid, mara support abantwana bakhe before, and the reason why it's because the baby mamas that he had before yibo aba wrong. Let me tell you something, my sister. You are not special. The betrayal that you are about to experience is a shama push-up. You are gonna be next. I never understand when women think i-boyfriend yakhe izonakekela abantwana bakhe. Nah, they're still together. And then she's gonna be like, yeah, it's because the baby mama vele usile, ulwa kakhulu, ukhuluma kakhulu. She's not giving him access to the kids. Let me tell you something, my sister. Once akujikela lo mfana lo, uzojikela nalo mntana layo naye. I'm being for real. You think you are special, kanti wena you are just a hot new thing in his life. There's nothing special about you. Mama stuff sakho singaba ku 6,000. Akakujikela uzokujikela.
Broro has a point right there. Broro has a valid point. Like you can judge by how things panned out when it comes, especially when it comes to people with children, and it's not working out with the previous baby mama, and that guy is with you. Chances are the next time he meets someone hotter and someone more attractive, they're gonna leave your ass. There's nothing special. Like, that's why I usually emphasize or tell gents that, if you give someone a child, make sure they're the one. Yes, circumstances happen, but yo, boy, pull out or wrap that thing, because you don't just want to give anyone kids. And it's detrimental because there are a lot of kids with absent fathers because the guy, after nothing and after ruining the body of the child, now she lost all her looks, realizes, Mo is asen. Mo, I want someone else. And it sucks because a lot of kids grow up without parents, like both parents. A lot of women are struggling to raise their kids by themselves, you know, and the father is alive somewhere, kicking it with someone else. So that's shitty of men, but it happens, you know. Men sometimes they just lose their senses. Now, when you think, right, when women say "Vanna asbatu," they're actually being honest, but it happens, you know. And I'm not justifying that action, guys. Like, it sucks, but it's true, you know. It's so true. So you can't convince a guy to be loyal because at the end of the day, a lot of women think that if they have a kid with someone that ties them to their life, wire. No, the guy can give you a kid. Once they have a kid, they just want the kid and they don't want anything to do with you in their life or with you at all. So it doesn't mean that you are special. It doesn't mean that you. So at the end of the day, if this guy couldn't be with the baby mama, previous baby mama, mind you, this guy had a kid only after 2 years or 3 years being with this female, then that should be a red flag, guys. That should be a red flag, you know, because that means if Vela it took that a short of a span to make the kid, and for you to just walk out, then how will you take care of me? And that's one of the questions that a lot of women should actually ask a man who walked out of. But a lot of women don't do that because he comes into your life, he showers you with gifts, he's always there. But what about your other children? And the fact that a lot of women actually allow this behavior in men, it's grown out of control and it's Aisha Lewasadi because now they don't even know because it's Aisha Lewasadi. So you be careful, ladies out there, that this is the current state of the dating pool. This is what people think of the dating pool. This is what is happening. Leave your comments below, like the video if you enjoy this, you know, this